It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
We are not aware of Coach Gernot Rohr sack. This is actually coming from the Nigerian Football Federation. Also, Super Eagles are actually backing the German tactician at this point in time. Delta Queens face Rivers Angels in the season opener, talking about the Women's League. Also, volleyball action is expected to start right there at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. These are many more will come on your way on this edition of Sport Orbit right here on the Leadership of Podcast Studio. My name is Olawale Ayene, and I'll be your host for today. As you can see, Salif Usman and Alpha actually in the studio, and they are waiting to talk sports this beautiful afternoon. How are you doing, Salif?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm fine. Alpha?
Yeah, I'm fine. Welcome back.
Of course. Yes, quickly, we go to the news coming from NFF at this point in time, where they are saying they are not aware of the sack of Coach Gernot Rohr at this point in time, because we know that there is a whole lot of media report at this point in time that the NFF has actually parted ways with the German tactician. And at this point in time, talking about the director of communications of the NFF, talking about Ademola Olajire, he has actually denied knowledge of this development. According to him, I'm not aware of Rohr's sack because there are procedures for doing things at the Federation. Before such decisions should be taken, there will be a meeting of the NFF board and release issues to the public. And for now, I'm not aware of the sack. The online platform you claim reported the story cannot announce the sack without a confirmation from the NFF. According to also the Super News media officer talking about Femi Raji, he said we are not aware of the development. I do not know about Rohr's sack. He simply respond when some people actually called him concerning this particular. But Salifu, looking at the news, and it is actually broke earlier hours of today that Coach Gernot Rohr has been sacked by some media organization. But at this point in time, the NFF they are debunking, saying that this news is a good one.
Yeah, when I saw the story, I saw it say this early morning. I knew that it's not true. That is not going to happen. But to the end of every Nigeria, if you ask any Nigerians on the street, what they
So the NFF at this point in time cannot sack Gernot Rohr?
is pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult because in the sense that it's pretty difficult in the sense that because based on the terms of the contract signed with Gernot Rohr has not any AGO. Even that to qualify for AFCON, he has qualified for AFCON. To qualify for the World Cup, he's on the process of qualifying for the World Cup. Although the Nigerians are not convinced with the performance of his team, and that's why everybody is calling that he's nutrition. Opportunity, the window that will have gone away with this German, this man, is when his contract expires. After the AFCON 2019, that was when the window to have sacked and let this man go. But they will announce it. I also know that NFF are not interested in doing away with this man. I don't think so, because some of us are just parenting. There's some in the deal that most of us don't know. So, whoever is talking that the NFF is going to sack him, I don't think we'll consider that happen soon. Because to sack him now, you need to pay him all benefit. Of course, I don't have that money to pay him to pay all
Well, after looking at the NFF, every week in, week out, they'll come out and say they have signed a new partnership with two multinational company, and we know that they get a funds from FIFA. They also get funds from the federal government at this point in time. Should Nigeria really believe the NFF at this point in time, saying they don't really have the funds to pay off coach Gernot Rohr at this point?
But the truth is, even if they have funds, like I was saying before we got on there, even if you might have funds to want to execute a particular project, but are you willing to actually part with funds? Even if they have the funds, wouldn't it be better to channel it into something else than sacking a coach and paying him off? Like what you rightly said, there are opportunities for this man to have been fired a long time ago, but instead of doing that, you still went ahead to give him a new contract. I really didn't see what they saw in Gernot Rohr, judging by his performance. You can't say because a coach took you to a semi-final of a major tournament and he has done well. I mean, in Europe, we've had incidences of coaches who won a trophy and the following day they were sacked because the board were not satisfied with the playing style. So you can get sacked for just for the fact that your players, the playing style of your team is not good enough. And knowing Nigeria, what Nigeria is, Nigeria has a unique playing style. Nigeria is a flair kind of team and all attacking side. But since Gernot Rohr came, you can't really say this is the direction of Nigerian football. You hardly see a Nigerian match where they stream 3 or 4 passes. In the last match, you won't see where they hold possession for like 2 minutes. I mean, everybody, they're just playing like the kind of football we used to play back then in secondary school when we didn't have a coach. Because I remember in secondary school when we actually had a coach, we were even playing good football. So, like in the issue of Isaac, well, there is smoke, no smoke without fire. From some other sources I had this morning when he came, what actually transpired was that they actually tried to allegedly put pressure on him to resign. But of course, he blandly refused. It's like, if you are going to sack me, go ahead and sack me and pay me my compensation. But for me to throw in the towel, I'm not going to do that. So I think the NFF is really in a tight corner at this point in time because truly moving forward, I do not think Gernot Rohr is the man to take it forward. We have local coaches who will do better given the kind of quality we have in the Eagles at the moment.
Even our local coaches before Gernot Rohr, every local coach that have been called except some special who didn't last on the job and who didn't last on the job. All our local coaches has all done better than Gernot Rohr.
Don't forget that even Shasha took us to 2 Olympic finals.
That was on the 23 team.
But still,
what I'm talking about, it was Super Eagles qualified for the AFCON. There was a miss of the we cannot ascribe to exactly. But if you look at every other Nigerian coach that have managed Super Eagles have taken off better than what and won a silver medal with the Super Eagles. They said that Amodu won a bronze medal with the Super Eagles. Qualified for the World Cup. As Paul in saw 2006 take us to the AFCON 26 in Egypt and end up with a bronze medal. The same thing, Stephen Keshi came up and up the game to the highest, even performed better than any other coach, including both Ford and any other person on the circle. Because within a short time, within 2 years, he was able to give us after 18 years. And now you bring this man went to the World Cup, get to the round of 16. This man called Gernot Rohr, what do they call him? Who don't even know how to play ball. You see, they play without anything. And you say you have won, you take us win the bronze medal. And what kind of bronze medal? Are we just saying the bronze medal? We went to the World Cup, we could not even progress to anywhere. And you are saying, look at it, it's so disheartening that look at the match. The Super Eagles, even the fans, they don't mind. Hey, when you start at the background, you can't hear because the back cannot even connect for move ball for 3 times.
It was just so sad. It was just so sad because I was actually sitting down with some fans during the match. It was just so sad. The comments that were actually coming from them. It was just so sad. It was just so sad. This is not the Super Eagles we expected. I know that.
We kind of player we have in the team now, individual standard that we have in the team now. We have a squad to the extent even again, cannot even make a bench, or line that cannot even make a bench, and yet.
It's just too bad, but let's see.
But he has to go, no matter how he told.
Yeah.
I said yesterday on this panel, the Minister of Finance for the federal government has to intervene in this. And let this judge go. It has happened before.
Of course,
I don't use that word
at this point in time, we just pity emotions actually. Just to show you that we are actually passionate when it comes to football in Nigeria, and also passionate when it comes to national team, because that is, the team that actually gets to give us, all what we actually want them to give. Nations Cup is just by the corner at this point in time. We need the team to be focused, and then we'll actually get to go into the Nations Cup proper. Hopefully, we might get to see them, to put on impressive performance and get to, win the title for the fourth time. Also, the World Cup draw will be out December 18, and we're expected to know. Yes, we're expected to know. Our opponent in that particular one. It will either be Egypt, Cameroon, Mali, Ghana, DR Congo in that particular one. So let's just keep our finger crossed and see how it's going to pan out. But still talking about the Nigerian Super Eagles at this point in time, our coach Gernot Rohr has been criticized, but the players at this point in time, they are backing their coach. Talking about Victor Osimhen actually spoke about the issue. He said what is important now is to get to the next stage of the qualifier. That is what the target, and I'm proud we could achieve that. That is actually coming, from Victor Osimhen at this point in time. Even Moses Simon actually come out to back Coach Gernot Rohr that he stood the right man for the job. But there's a certain report Gernot Rohr was actually blaming the players, that the players were too slow in the attack, and now the players are actually backing him at this point in time. So you see players backing coach, but coach is not backing the players.
It's just, playing to the gallery. It just appeared to appear and sound nice. The truth of the matter is, if you go in the camp of Super Eagles among themselves, I am sure they'll be criticizing Gernot Rohr heavily. Can they compare Gernot Rohr to the coaches they play under in Europe? So Moses Simon coming to say Gernot Rohr is complete. It's not true.
You don't expect
it's not true.
No player will ever come out to criticize. It's expected.
Exactly. If the players were playing slow and all of that, it has to go down to tactics. The players don't go. That's why in every team you need a coach. There's a reason why there's a coach for every football team. Players don't go out on the pitch and do what they want. You play to how the coach wants you to play. So if the players were playing a certain way, they were too slow, it was the coach's duty to come out and say, guys, can we speed up the tempo? Can we slow the tempo? Or can we play this way or play that way? So for him to come out and say the players were too slow, for me, it's just an excuse. He's always making an excuse. It's either the pitch is not good or something. So was the pitch in Morocco not good? So it's good. So what are we saying? So what he's always
the pitch in Teslim Balogun Stadium is better than what I've been saying in the past.
So even if it's not up to the standard, but at least I know the pitch in Morocco was an international standard pitch. So what happened? Because the game in Morocco was even worse than what we even played against Cape Verde. So these are just excuses. And
of course, for quickly, which team do you think we can actually beat in that playoff round? Because I know that for sure Bali is out of it. If we face Mali with this kind of performance, they are going to beat us both home and away. Also, the likes of Egypt, we should not even go near Egypt. They are 7-8 times African champions. Should we go close to Cameroon? I can say yes, of course we can. DR Congo, very youthful side, but they are very, very good. They want to actually taste the FIFA World Cup for the first time in their history. But at this point in time, looking at performance, which team do you think we can actually beat at the playoff rounds?
As far as the way we discovered this thing, there's no need to select any opponent. A warrior does not go to the war and select whoever comes your front, you direct to take, for example. So none of the 5 teams in the lower seeded one, we say that this one is better, this one is better. All you need to do, but out of the 5 teams, Ghana that will be likely going to face Ghana, Cameroon, Egypt, DR Congo, and Mali. All of them are better than this. Central Africa will play stronger again. They were all better than Mali was stronger again. They were all better than the big team. So what are we saying here? So the best is to put our hearts in order and face whoever that came our way.
Of course, the best thing is for me to actually put us together and get play whoever we get to get in that particular period and playoff round. But for now, we need to go for a short break. We are going to have the half-hour mark on our show. But let's go for a short break. When we come back, we go straight to the Women's League volleyball, also into the package. Liverpool and Arsenal also in the news today.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Welcome from that short break. It's still Sport Topic right here on the Leadership Podcast Studio. We go straight to our next topic. We're talking about women's football at this point in time, where National Amazons are going to be vying for the NWF Super 4 League in Benin City. Last year, they were actually be defending. No, sorry, I beg your pardon. Delta Queens will face Rivers Angel in the season opener of the Women's League at this point in time, where the likes of National Amazon will actually get to battle Delta Queens in the Women's League. But just looking at the Women's League, we saw the likes of Rivers Angels, getting to play in the continent. They were actually defeated in the group stages of the Women's Champions League at this point in time. They lost 2 games and they won their last game. That actually, for me, shows the pedigree of our league at this point in time. But, looking at the restart of the Women's League, what should we expect? What should Nigeria expect from that particular league? Those in the area of affairs, managing that league, are they doing what is new at this point in time?
I wouldn't say they are doing what they are doing, what they're expected to do when you are resuming a month after. So, but one is better late than never. I'm good at we are resuming the league in December. At what time? And after 1 month or 2 months, you see the league going on break for Christmas break.
Same thing with the NPFL.
Well, we still have to even commend the women league, for even dare to start the league.
Exactly.
Why those on the other side of the men football are not even thinking about starting the league at all. So that's how it's going to be. One thing that is sure that at least the girls who are on home now go back to the pitch and start playing.
Looking at Group A, we have Conference Queens of Lokoja welcoming Blanca Stars of Calabar, and at the Conference Stadium in Lokoja. Why Niger Realtors of Abuja will play first Women's League Premier League game at home in Abuja against Oshun Babes of Oshogo, and Yola Adamawa Queens will host Edo Queens. In Group B, we'll see FC Robo of Lagos get to host Abia Angels of Maya, and at the Legacy pitch, Ryan Sunshine Queens of Akure will host Bayelsa Queen at the Akure Township Stadium. These Premier League, which will be followed by yet another Super 6, which was unanimously agreed by the Congress in Lagos. Alpha, getting to play Super 6 to determine, league champions, is it the best way to go? We saw that last season, and they want to actually adopt the same, format this season.
That's what I keep saying. When it comes to professional football, you're always doing things that ordinarily do not exist in the league. You think you are playing a league. So what's the idea of a Super 6 again? If you want to play Super 6, play Super 6 and forget about a league. So after playing a league on home and away basis, then you now need a Super 6 to determine the champion. This is where manipulation comes in. Allow the teams to play their league normally, and whoever garnered the most points at the end of the season are crowned champions. So you mean it means you might top the league, but at the end of the day, you are not champion. You are not even sure that you are champion. You suffer to travel all around the country. You amass a highest number of points. At the end of the day, you still go converge Abuja or wherever to play Super 6. Then maybe another team emerges. And so it means all your efforts have been wasted.
Is it becoming a norm in Nigeria at this point in time? Same thing, basketball. We saw the Super 8 that actually ended a few days ago. Now we are going to Super 6. The same thing happened in handball, where we get to see teams converge in one place. At the end of the day, they'll tell us that at this point in time, the way we organize our league in Nigeria is it the best for the sport? Is it the best for the sport?
It's not the best for the sport. There are certain factors on this ideas. What they are suggesting is it's an abridged league. That's why you're having when you have an abridged league,
must you keep playing abridged league?
That's still the point.
When you have when you have an abridged league, the best way to determine the winner is to have that the best of three and the best of this three coming to play and then to decide who is the actual winner. And most of those things, why are we having an abridged league? It's because our things are not working the way we're supposed to work. Most of them, if you ask me, and then how many of those clubs can be able to run the full length strength, right, passing from one zone to another zone to play the league? It's not possible. Financially, most of those clubs are not there to have that before to move to play all round. So they have to cut costs. That's why the organizer, in their own wisdom, try to short it so that they be able not cancel the league absolutely, but have to short the expenses. It's not an ideal session, but that's what there's nothing.
Then should we actually change it to
and even the bowling ball, the handball you're seeing, it's all boiled down to the financial capability of the organization. So the right thing of the situation.
You see, that's why even in advanced country, even the Premier League, going to play in the Premier League, you have to, even financially, you have to settle it. That's why you get going into administration.
Yeah.
So look, football is not charity. We have to get to that point where if you can't fund,
this is a business.
Exactly. If you can't fund it, just stay out of it. It's as simple as that.
And it means you are automatically saying we should cancel the league. Because
because if we do that, you'll be forced to put your house in order. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be like making concessions. So that's how it should be. If we don't do that, we won't wake up. Football is not charity.
And most of those clubs just sit back, relax, and wait for government money.
For
them to
not even being creative. To find ways of people making money.
Yes, and at the same time, even the government is not even doing what they're supposed to do, because it's all done that the corruption system, our corruption system in this country. Because for instance, you heard the story of Baisa Queen, when they said a player was sell, and what is supposed to come to the club, and they say no, those players are no longer player club. Every season, every week, player move from one club to another, and there's a certain percentage that go to the club that hold the player. But how many state government ask question? How many of those clubs are the league tell you how much the club?
Exactly.
The Nigeria club,
not that they share the money.
no Nigeria club earn money. No Nigeria club tells you this is how much you earn. All they do is to collect money from the state government and then move around. Even if they want to travel in, for example, if they want to travel from Nasarawa to Kano Pila, government has to release money. They want to travel from Kano Pila, travel from Kano to Port Harcourt, government has to release money. So and how many government also have another responsibility to take care of. And football is not being run professionally how it's being run in this country.
Sale of players, one of the ways clubs generate money is by selling of players. So if actually you sell these players and put the funds back into this club, there's no way they should always be having. But the situation where you sell players with no proper record, no proper bookkeeping, then the top men at the club maybe sit down in one room somewhere and share the money. It doesn't go to the club. That's the truth. God knows that. Most of all will fund them.
Our big players, the likes of Tabo, who have actually signed, for top league in the world. You know that they actually started, their footballing career.
They move from countries. Even as they move from one club, there's another person that still coming to the club. But how many people are of this club?
That's what I'm saying.
Football in this country is being run to the benefit of the administrators who are in charge of the club. All the club owners in this country, all the club owners, are living large on the club,
Of course.
and yet collect money from the government. So that is until we begin to run football in this country professionally, nothing will work. Nothing will work. Not only for every sport, nothing will work. Sometimes when we talk about investor, private company, how the private company will go when the environment is uncertain.
Exactly.
Let's hope that now the government is planning up idea of this sport policy. Maybe like that the policy coming into maybe everything will change. Praise you. But
We keep praying.
it's still good.
Every day we keep praying and everything, and at the end of the day, things just keep remaining the same, and even going worse in some cases.
Not even when it's even going down.
But let's just see how it gets to pan out. We need like a revolution when it comes to sport in the country generally. But still talking about sport. Talking about on sport. On the show, we head straight to volleyball at this point in time, where Nigerians should expect best of volleyball action when the division league get to kick off right here in Abuja. The second phase of the Division 1 league is expected, to serve on from 17th to 28th of November 2020. And the league management committee led by the controller of immigration, talking about Monica Eguzu, has put modalities in place to ensure the smooth running of the chairman media publicity of the Nigerian football production, talking about Honorable Famous, has said that Nigeria should expect the best of football action. Alpha Division 1 League, what do you think on it?
Well, once again, still like they say, they call it a league, but it's still the competition format. Because this league started from 17th and then on 28th, almost like a week. You played a week. You are playing a league in 1 week.
This is a tennis event.
Exactly, this is more like a competition. You see, sport is not by force. It's just like a business. If you want to run a certain kind of business, you must have, put your house in order, have the financial capacity to run that business. If you don't have it, and for instance, you can't even pay staff salaries, what happens to the business? It crumbles. Nobody will come and beg you. When it comes to sports, we try to make concessions, try to make excuses. There's no money. Let's do it in a certain way. Until we put things in order, it will continue like this. We have to take the bull by the horns. Make up a standard for you to participate in a certain category of league. You should have so and so things. You should be able to do so and so things. That's the only way we can get better. Because always this situation of we trying to organize one mini tournament and call it a league, it won't work. At the end of the day, it will not emerge. And when they now go out to the continent to play, we all know what happens. I think this is just.
Of course, the Division 1 League, the winners are some few teams will qualify to the Premier League proper. So let's just see how it pans out. We hope to see the best of talent coming out from that particular league. But away from that, before we close the show, we head straight to the news coming in from England at this point in time, where Liverpool face injury crisis ahead of that important crucial match against Arsenal. At this point in time, report has it that defender Andy Robertson, Joe Gomez, midfielder navigator James Miller, Jordan Henderson, Jones have been struggling with injury. Even the striker, talking about Divock Origi, even Robert Firmino, they are actually doubtful for that particular clash against Arsenal. Sergio Mano is fine, though he'll be actually be on action for Liverpool at this point in time. But looking at the match between Arsenal and Liverpool, we saw Arsenal having gone down 3 matches into the season. They were actually rocking the table 2020 place, but after 8 matches, we saw them, they're just 2 points behind Liverpool at this point in time. And if they get to win Liverpool at Anfield, that will be leading, and Liverpool will just 1 point in this Premiership. So quickly, let's get a reaction.
Well, I was expecting this time to be the top of the clash for this weekend.
Yes, of course, it is.
The same that if you're looking at the Liverpool players are almost never going to be down with the issue. But one thing is that it's always expected whenever the players are coming from the national league like this. It's always happens. Even as Arsenal are also going to have their issue. Their captain is also Mike is also down for this match. But people are saying that it's likely going to be for the match. It's often that happens that when time player went for the national league after long because in time they always adjust and you have one play more or the other. But I think despite this, I don't think Arsenal would have really full strength of Liverpool. So always going to see the passport. I can't wait to see the match. I hope that if Arsenal can play at that match, that will also be possible.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll wait until the game. Sometimes this kind of things will even remind us. We've seen situations several where they said so players might not be available. And come on, you see a full squad. So
it has happened previously. I'll tell you, the Jumba will not play. Very much
are just mind games. So if you know that some players won't be available, the opposite teams now start making plans. Okay, this one will not be available, and on the day of the match, you see them. That disrupts your plans. So I mean, tomorrow is still Friday. You might hear that so person was in training yesterday, but he still might be out, and on match day you see him there. So I just feel it's still a mind game as long as I'm concerned. But well, be that as it may, whatever it is, it's still going to be a clash to look out for, and of course,
we're going to talk about the match tomorrow, in-depth analysis in that particular one. Also, we're still going to be looking at the game between Leicester and Chelsea in the English Premiership. Also, Napoli versus Roma. Inter Milan will be actually going down this weekend. So it's a whole lot of sport, a blockbuster, clash that will be going down this weekend. But tomorrow we have to wait for another edition of Sport Orbit right here, where we're going to be dissecting and analyzing what the fans should expect during the weekend. This is where we apply the brakes for Sport Orbit under the leadership of our studio. That's been nice, talking sports with Sally Fussman and Archie. Of course, viewers will make a return bigger and better tomorrow for the last edition of Sports Orbit for this week. But for now, my name is Olawale and I'm saying I do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye for now. God bless.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.